never thought I would actually pay for a dog. And here we are. This little girl is not even 3 months old yet, and she is our newest addition to the homestead. This is a Maremma, okay? Some people might think of Great Pyrenees, but it's not a Pyrenees. She is pure blood Maremma. From what I understand, this is where the Pyrenees comes from. They came from the Maremmas. And we bought this from a breeder in Missouri, in the Missouri Ozarks. And so far, she's doing really well. She's a lot dirtier than when we first got her, because she's been out here with the sheep. We have her in a 16 by 16 enclosure out in the sheep paddock. So she's not actually with the sheep yet, but she is exposed to the sheep. And she has a little shelter back there that we kind of built for her, and a waterer and all of her feed trays and stuff like that. Her name is SWAN. People like to normally name their Maremmas and Great Pyrenees things that are white. So I have a friend who has one, a Maremma, and the name is Polar because it's white. And this one is SWAN, and that was what the breeders gave her, and we decided to keep it. So we like to keep the name. So this is SWAN. So everybody, she's having fun chewing on some bark. But she's enjoying her new surroundings, and my youngest son, Caleb, is excited to have a dog finally. He's always wanted a dog, and now he's got one. So why did because over the years, I thought, when I get a dog, I'm going to find one from a friend, someone who has dogs already, and when they have a litter, I'll buy one for cheap, or maybe even I've had people offer to give me Pyrenees in the past as a livestock guardian dog, and I just never took them up on it. And here I am paying. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for this thing, but I paid a lot for SWAN here, and I never thought I'd do that. I never thought I'd pay for it. The more I learned about livestock guardian dogs, they're worth the money. So at the recent Homestead Expo in Marshfield, Missouri, it solidified my opinion on the Great Pyrenees. A lot of people I know have Great Pyrenees for their livestock guardian dogs. Greg Judy, who is out there, he has his own YouTube channel, and he's been doing this a long time. He raises a lot of livestock guardian dogs, and he does not like the Pyrenees. He is anti-Pyrenees. And the reason for that is he says that they do not last long. He says the average lifespan of a Great Pyrenees livestock guardian dog, or any livestock guardian dog, is between 2 and 3 years. And the reason for that is because most of them roam. And because they roam, they get hit by cars, they get shot by other people who don't want them on their property, or they just disappear. And I have, as I've lived out my homestead experience out here, I've learned that to be true, where I have seen that over and over again. A lot of animals hit by cars or just shot by neighbors, people who maybe didn't even know they were neighbors, because most of the people here are pretty neighborly. If they know your dogs are your dogs, they're not going to shoot them. They may call you and say, hey, your dog is out, but they're not going to shoot them if they know it's your dog. But if they don't, and they see that that dog might be hurting their livestock, because most people here have livestock, then they're going to go ahead and get rid of it. Shoot, shovel, and shut up is the way it happens out here. So over the last year or so, I've kind of changed my mind on the Great Pyrenees. And then when I went to the Homesteading Expo, Greg Judy really put the nail in the coffin on that. And so I was already kind of leaning towards the Maremma, but then that sealed the deal. He was very pro Maremma. Some of his dogs are Maremma mixes with Anatolians and Pyrenees, but he likes the Maremma, number one, because it stays with the sheep. They do not roam. They will chase a coyote off property, but then they come back to the herd because they believe they are part of the herd. So that's the difference between a Maremma and a Pyrenees. The Pyrenees will roam, but the Maremma believes it's part of the herd. And so it will chase off danger, but come back. Immediately come back. So that's that, and other reasons too, that there's reasons why they're worth the money. But that's the main reason, is that they're not going to roam. they don't roam like the Pyrenees do. He also said another animal that he really likes is called the Armenian Gamper. Armenian Gamper, Gampr, Gampr. I've never heard of that one, but he really likes that breed as well. But then, you know, I've known other people, I've learned about other people who've had Maramas, and they really like them. They like the experience that they've had, and so they are ferocious. They can be very ferocious. They're that kind of dog, but they can be good with children. They can be good with people, just like the Pyrenees can be. But the biggest benefit is that they don't roam. So that's the thing that usually gets the Pyrenees killed. And I've seen that happen over and over again as I've lived out here. We used to have a neighbor down the road, and he had a Great Pyrenees called Fluff, and I believe sure enough it got hit by a car, and everyone loved that dog, you know. But it ran out in the street, it ran out in the road, it went off in places it shouldn't have been, and you know, and eventually paid for it. So there's Swan. What do you think? She's already been barking at the sheep. She's getting used to them. She wants to be with them, I can tell. So we're gonna wait and see. I'm gonna have her locked up in this pen for about 2 weeks, and then we'll start turning her off with supervision into the herd. And the herd is off right now, eating up in another field. So we'll wait another week or so, maybe 2 weeks, and then we'll turn her out with the herd and see how she does. And I'm looking forward to seeing, that's another thing too. People are like, well, have you lost livestock to predators? And we've never lost a sheep that we know of to predators. Other people around here absolutely have lost animals to predators, but we just, maybe because we keep them close to the home, this is their paddock, the main paddock. They come in each night, they roam around the homestead, and they come back here every night right next to the houses. So maybe that's why we've never lost one to predators. But I know even other people who have their sheep, their Katahdins, whatever breeds next to their houses, and they've lost them in the middle of the night. They come out there and there's like 5 dead sheep. Something killed them, ripped them apart. And they had dogs. So I don't know what dogs they had, but I don't think they were like these. But we'll see. We'll see how it works. But I've never had bad luck with predators so far. We'll see how this works. If you have any comments below, any suggestions, any things that I could learn from or someone else could learn from, please leave a comment below and share that with the community. People will probably learn from your experience if you have a good experience to share. So that's how we learn together. All right, guys, make sure you hit that like button before you go. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to already. And we'll see you next time on American Homestead. Bye.
Have you ever gone to a health food store and seen all those small bottles of probiotics in your cooler section? Man, can they be pricey. Are you really getting all you need to improve your gut health from those expensive bottles? How viable are they? Most of those products claim to give you between 8 and 15 strains of gut-healthy healing bacteria. Think of each strain of bacteria as a different factory in your gut. Each factory is responsible for breaking down that food in its own way. The more factories you have, the more the food is broken down and the easier the food is absorbed and digested by the body. A 2018 study published by the National Library of Medicine shows that one fermented head of cabbage can produce up to 114 strains of beneficial bacteria. That's a lot more food factories than you're getting from that expensive pill bottle. And that's just cabbage. Imagine the probiotics when you add garlic, onions, pepper, and more to that ferment. PerfectPickler.com and its home fermentation kits provide you with everything you need to get started making your own gut-healthy food factories from the comfort of your own kitchen. PerfectPickler.com even provides a jam-packed recipe book with many of our kits. Visit PerfectPickler.com and start fermenting your own veggies to begin your journey to better gut health. That's PerfectPickler.com.
Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. I'll wait.